Well, folks, welcome to this week's Sportsman's Life. We're out here at Lake Fork, and the wind is going to be giving us a little problems this morning, maybe with the sound, but it is your old buddy Luke Clayton, and I'm going to be your cameraman today, Mr. Seth Vanover, and his son Evan right here. Evan is about ready to pull over here to the dock, and we're going to go crappie fishing. Seth is one of my best buddies. We fished together many years, and I've actually written about Seth starting from when he began his career. But wind's going to give us a little problem. Seth says he is on the crappie. My daughter's father-in-law, who is just like family, Mr. Phil Zimmerman, is going to be with us, and I'm going to serve as your cameraman. So let's see here. There they come right here. All right, there is Mr. Seth and Mr. Phil here. Seth, you was on them yesterday, weren't you, buddy?
We caught a few.
Well, I see Mr. Evan out there in the boat, so Phil, you ready to catch something, aren't you?
I'm absolutely can't wait.
Folks, we'll join you back on the water. Seth's live scope has revolutionized the way you fish, hasn't it, bud?
As a friend of mine put it, once I was blind, now I can see.
And that's what you see.
There they are. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute, too far. There they are, sitting on that tree. Two big bass right there, two big bass.
Yep. Show me the crappie.
Crappie are here. Not a big school, they're not bunched up real good yet.
Yep.
There's a few there. So we're going to go look around a little bit more, see if we can find some more bunched ones up.
Phil, looks to me like you got your rod ready, buddy.
I can't be any more ready.
You're ready. And
the only thing I'd rather do than catch crappie is to eat crappie.
I hear you, buddy. We've eaten a lot of them through the years, too. And this will be your first time to see this live scope in action, won't it?
Yes, sir. Heard a lot about it, but never seen it in operation.
Just going to see it live.
Yeah, we're going to have a live scope right here.
Gotta find
folks, we'll be back in a minute and catch some fish.
Look for it 30 and 50 feet out. Alright.
This is telling me
how far it is.
No,
Alright. There's some pretty good fish here.
Looks pretty good to you, bud.
Yeah, there's some pretty good fish here. Okay, now, see, I've got them set off to your side, Phil. Now watch that screen. See the jig going down? And you kind of stop it right in there and you pull it out and see a fish coming up to it. It didn't hit it yet though. You can still see the jig right there. There's one right there. See him come up and hit it?
And there's the fish right there.
Yeah.
And there, turn around, let's look at him.
Just a good keeper
Seth.
Black crappie.
Yep, it is.
Good keeper black crappie. Right?
Let's see here. Let's take a look at him.
Just a good keeper black crappie.
You bet it is, and that was almost like rocket science, right, Phil?
That's amazing.
We'll worry about him in a minute. All right, back to your left and let your bail open. There you go. Keep going. Keep going. I see you. There's good. Yeah, that's good. That's fine. No. Go down. Right in there. Just feel around. They lift up a little bit. When you lift up, don't there he's fixing to bite you.
Yeah, I see him coming over.
I'm gonna reel down just a little bit so you have some room to set your hook. Reel down a little bit. There you go. Okay, pull up. Right in there. When you're pulling up on it.
I see it coming up from below.
And when you pull it up and you got one following it, hold it right there. Don't let it fall. As if it comes up and then goes right back down past them, that's it. They're not gonna bite. They're getting a little finicky on this thing. Do that right there. All right, you gotta pull it to you. They got a little far away. See them moving?
That's a good school of them right there.
Yeah, they're moving off now though.
Mm-hmm.
They're way
Now
over
they're
here
tight,
now.
a tight school.
Yeah.
All right, Seth's
I wanna
already
get it.
hooked one.
didn't even
Folks,
know
this is just awesome catch. This is the second time I've been with Seth doing this. You might remember Larry Weissoon and I was with him.
Okay, what you want to do, see how they're over here now? Pitch it that way, not far, not far. That'll work. All right, let it go down though, you got it, yeah.
Seth, what are we looking at now? Is that a big schooler?
It's a big brush pile, but you see the solid white areas?
Yeah.
Those are all fish.
And a bunch of them, isn't
There's a
it?
bunch of them there. So, what we're gonna do, throw it out that way, Phil. There you go. Bring you right to your left some. There you go. Let it keep going. There's your jig falling right there. Okay, let it keep going. Okay, go ahead and stop it there. And then let it fall a little bit. And then reel up.
In the eye of the
slow.
hurricane.
Yep. There he is, right there.
Look at
There he
that.
was. It's all right.
I'm around.
There's your jig.
I see that jig bouncing around. Evan, look here, buddy. You've seen a bunch of these fish come in the boat, haven't you? Uh-oh, your dad's got one right here. Yeah. Bring it. Seth, turn around. Let's take a good look at that one.
Is that a good?
We've just really got started, folks.
Is that a black?
No.
Dang, there we go. It hooked pretty good.
Swing him around here. Oh, yeah.
Good white.
You bet that's a pretty fish. Actually, we've just moved. We've made a big move. That's about 4 in the boat. And what it looked like down below us, Seth, is a ton of those right
There's
there.
a ton of these.
Well, I'll let you get back and catch some more.
All right, brother.
Well, friends, I want to show you what I use for night hunting. This is the Wraith by Sightmark. It's a digital. It's not thermal, but you can use it for daytime hunting. It has a color mode. It's color during the day, and at nighttime for shooting hogs and predators out to. I've killed them out to 125 yards, but I sight in for that distance. You could shoot them a lot farther. Go online to learn more about the Wraith. You can go to sightmark.com and check them out. Absolutely awesome hunting tool for day or night. Well, folks, it is Luke Clayton, and I want to show you something right here that I am very, very proud of. My gearhead bow. I've taken a couple of hogs with it, and I'm deer hunting. I'm down at the Buck and Bass Ranch at a buddy of mine's, and I'm going to be deer hunting. Let me show you something here. Now, this is the coolest thing in the world, and the first time I have ever shot a bow with a shoot-through riser. I'm going to look right at you here. There's a riser here. There's a riser here. Look at the arrow on this gearhead bow, right in the middle. And if you think that doesn't make a difference, you know, for many, many years, me and I guess every other bow hunter been shooting one side of the riser or the other. This thing shoots straight through. Folks, check them out online. This is the bow that I hunt with, and I've got I love it. Lots of confidence in it. Gearheadarchery.com. Well, Seth, that brush pile had a bunch on it, didn't it, buddy?
It does. It did and still does. It's got about, 6 or 7 less.
Yeah, that cooler's beginning to heft up. Evan, buddy, you turned into quite a fisherman. I remember when you were wearing diapers. One time, me and your dad was out here with you, and if I remember right, we had to go back to the car and get some more diapers for you when you were little. But man, you've turned into a heck of a first mate, hadn't you, Seth?
I'm ready for the tournaments. What can I say?
Yeah.
The junior angler division. Y'all look at this face.
Let's see this face right here. This man, hold that fish out, Evan. You're going to be a contender. But you're well trained. Well, what are we going to do now? We've got a bunch already in the cooler, and Mr. Phil over there added some to the catch right there. Do you want to hit another hole? Is that what you want to do?
Or 7.
Okay, all right.
Let's hit a bunch
Well,
of holes.
while we're thinking about it, lakeforkcatandcrappie.com, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah.
Facebook, website, it's all the same.
Lake Fork, cat, and crappie. That's all I have to remember. Let's go catch some more fish. What do you
Let's do
say? And there is a bunch, Seth.
Yeah, there's one particular I'm after. Is this fish right here.
See the bait there.
Come on in. Just come on in. Let me set you. Catching up. Drop your jig right there.
Right down on that isolated
Watch
fish.
it, watch your rod tip. Right there, stop. Now come up. See your jig right there? But you want to be this way and out. So let the boat. Okay, here you go. See where you're at. Now watch your rod tip. Getting close to her. Okay, you can drop your rod. Right in there. You're probably close enough. She ought to come out and get that.
Evan, let's see. You and Phil, let's take a look at that fish. Phil, that's a fine one. Hold him up sideways and let's look at him.
Well, we worked and we worked and we worked. We finally caught it.
Phil, that was one that Seth had actually spotted and
Targeted her, and she kept coming at it. She wouldn't take it. Come at it. Wouldn't. She finally did.
well, let's hold her up, Phil. Help him out. I'd like to get a real good picture of it. Show everybody. That fish, folks, was targeted. I saw it on the live scope. That's amazing to me.
That's really fun. Really fun.
Let's go get another one, Phil. Well, folks, here is the results of a couple of hours of windy fishing. Seth, buddy, that live scope is the cat's meow.
Works, don't it?
It works. Evan caught a bunch. Phil back here, he caught a ton of them. I don't know. This is just a game changer using the live scope. It really is.
It really is. You can target a certain fish. You have a specific fish. You know your depth of where majority of them are. Yeah, there's no more guesswork to it. It's on the screen. You
It
just
is.
now learning the ins and outs of it, that takes a little time, but it's not impossible.
But to actually watch that bait go down and see the fish come and hit it, it's popular now, but it'll be amazing. For the first time someone sees that happen, it's just it's a game changer.
It is, isn't it, Phil?
It is.
Phil, come right in here. Phil has caught half of these things. Phil, an old-time crappie fisherman like me, but it's just a different program watching that live scope, isn't it?
Oh yeah, crappie fished all my life. Had a lot of fun doing it, but this, guys, come do it with Seth, because it is fun. It really is.
For sure. Lake Fork, cat, and crappie. And I will say this. Oh, Wally Marshall, those rods that you were using, that rig, Wally Marshall rods,
Yeah.
I'm sure, those things, sensitive tip,
Yeah.
I was impressed.
His rods, we were fishing with the 5.5s and the 6-footers this morning, throwing back over brush piles.
Yep.
And they're just super sensitive. They're great for brush pile fishing. We're using the 12-footers, the Pro Series 12-footers for those timber fishing we caught.
Right.
It's really sensitive rods. They're not overpriced. They're good quality rods.
They do the job.
That's
One
it.
more look at these fish, and I guess these are going to be turned into some fillets, folks. Folks, as an old outdoors rider, I have used lots of products. Smoking Tex electric smokers. The best smokers that you can find. This is Diz and this is Scott, my buddies. Diz, tell them how they can learn more about Smoking Tex.
Yeah, obviously the number one source of information is going to be our website. It's got hundreds of recipes, it's got helpful guides, it's got all of our models and our accessories listed there. Of course, we have a phone number, 888-922-1511, and we'll actually answer our own phones.
That's true. And Diz, the main thing, the easy way, smokingtex.com. You can learn all about them.
Correct. And of course, we're on all the social media, Instagram, Facebook, etc. So take a look at us whenever you can, and whatever social media you'd like, and we look forward to working with you.
Hi folks, it's your old buddy Luke Clayton, and this ain't your grandpa's pump-up air gun. This is the Texan, made by Air Force Air Guns, and it's the most powerful production air gun in the world. A few years ago I started shooting these, probably, well, when they first came out I actually had a chance to test. They didn't really need any testing, but to shoot one of the 10 prototypes when they first came out. Now this is the improved model. This tank pressures up to 3,625 psi. This gun will develop, I believe it's 750 foot-pounds of energy shooting a 520 grain bullet. So this is your big daddy of air guns. If you want to get into hunting or shooting air guns, you know, you don't have to shoot a 520 grain bullet. I shoot a Nielsen specialty ammo bullet that's, I think it's 340 grains. But here you go. Check these out online. You can go to airforceairguns.com and check them out. But this is the one I've hunted with a lot. I've probably killed 30 hogs and a bunch of exotics, and I'm going to get after the deer here in Texas this year with it. airforceairguns.com.
Well, welcome back to the show, friends. I want to show you something. We have a simple cork here. I could use my hand for an example, but that might hurt a little bit. But what happens when you get the proverbial hook in the hand? So there we go. So here the hook has been set deep into my hand, okay? We'll pretend that's my hand. What we're going to show you today, folks, is how to get this hook out of your hand. I've been fishing many times with friends where something happens, where someone grabs a bait or flings a bait or sets a hook and it flies and it hits somebody and it hooks into their skin. I want to show you how to get that out without doing any tissue damage, you know, to your hand or body, arm, or whatever. I was with a guy one time that actually was tearing open a package, a fishing lure package, and got a deep sea hook, which is about the size of my fingers, in his hand, and I was able to get it out for him without causing any damage to his hand. So let's just take 2 minutes and let me show you how that's done. So again, we've got the hook embedded deep into our hand here, and what we want to do, I'm going to set this down for a minute and I'm going to show you this. Basically take a piece of fishing line. Now this is braided fishing line here. I'm using it braided only because it's easier to see in this video demonstration. Okay, so really what you want to do is you want to tie this into just a ring, tied into a loop. So what you've got is just a simple loop right here. Okay, folks, there you go. See that? Simple loop. So what you're going to do is you're going to put your hand in that loop and you're going to put that string like this. So you have leverage. Now we're going to bring our hook into the picture and we're going to get this hook out of this cork, but let's just assume it's hand. So what you're going to do is you're going to put the string, and you can use fishing line, it works just fine. I'm just using braided to show you here, but you want to get that string underneath and you want to get it right around the hook, okay? And then of course you've got it, your hand in here like so, okay? Because what you're going to do is you're going to get that, you're going to use this to pull on that hook and you're going to get that hook out. But what you want to do is you want to use your thumb to push down right here. So you want to take the barb, which is on the inside, you can see the barb right here. There's a barb in there, and you want to put, if you push down on this while you pull here, you'll pull that right out without doing any tissue damage. There it came right out for us, as you can see. So that's a really, really good trick to know, to be able to get a hook out of someone's hand, arm, or leg, or wherever is using this string method. I'm going to do it one more time quickly so you can see. So the hook has gone in. There you're hooked. And you need to get free. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our string that we did here. And you can, like I said, you can use fishing line, any kind of string. And you're going to work it around that bait like so until you get it to where it's right on that hook. Okay? Then again, you're going to put your hand in the loop so you've got it just like this. See that? Just like this. So you can grab the string there, and once again you're going to put pressure right on top of that hook. Push down and pull at the same time very slowly, and you will pull that hook out without doing any damage to the skin whatsoever. Alright, so there you have it. So we got our hook out of our hand. That's a very important thing to do. Keep that tip in mind, folks. It's a great tip. I tell you what, that has saved many folks over time. So if you get a hook in your hand, in your leg, in your face, somewhere, have someone do that for you. Save you a trip to the emergency room. So we just left Luke. He was on the lake with Seth Vanover catching some crappie on Lake Fork. And while he's doing that, I'm about to sneak out. I'm going to go sit in the blind and see if I can't get on a hog. There's a sounder of hogs that have been coming into one of my feeders on a very regular basis. And there's 2 big boar in there, and one really nice one. I'd like to try to get one of those if I can. So we're just going to go, we're going to sit in the woods and have a little fun. Just, watching some hogs. So won't you join me? Well, folks, I hope you enjoyed that. Unfortunately, I was not able to get a aerial window hog. As you can see, they were a little bit skittish and just never really gave me the right shot on the two I was looking at or one I was looking at trying to get. So better luck next time. Well, as always, folks, thank you for joining us here on our Sportsman's Life. We do appreciate it and look forward to you tuning in right back here next week with us for another exciting episode on A Sportsman's Life. Until then, be safe in the outdoors.